Earth was once a great civilization that reached the heavens, but 500 years ago that all ended. The entire civilization fell and those that survived were never the same. A great evil then arrived on Earth and the surviving civilization was forever scared. That ultimate evil is called the shinobi. They arrived on a meteor and have been terrorizing humanity ever since. Great cities and nature all got destroyed by the shinobi. Now Earth is just a barren wasteland and those who remain must hide every day from the monsters. In the present we see a mysterious man with long white hair and glasses surrounded by crazed monsters. The monsters aren't attacking this man and it appears that they are working for him. This man proclaims that he has finally conquered the kingdom of Eyes. Two soldiers watch as Eyes has been totally ravaged by monstrous shinobi. They decided to retreat as it is too dangerous. Meanwhile, we see a big transport vehicle making its way to an unknown destination. Inside the vehicle are helpless girls talking, and it seems that for the past 3 months they have been traveling. They'd left their castle behind and the girls theorize that the princess has become depressed because of their long travel. In the meantime, the princess is sitting in the front seat with the driver and Knight Sanda, fast asleep as the road tends to make her tired. The giant vehicle makes its way through a desolate land and you can even see the remains of a once civilized world. The princess dreams of her past and the last days of her kingdom. Aim was a princess and priestess of the great country of Eyes. One faithful day, evil shinobi monsters arrived in her country. She had to watch her own mother die at the hands of the shinobi, and after that incident she has sworn to gather the necessary weapons and finally end the shinobi reign of terror. Princess Aim suddenly wakes up and orders Sanda to stop the vehicle as she has sensed that shinobi are near. They spot a group of people that have put a small child in chains. The people are offering a human sacrifice to the shinobi. Princess Aim gets out of the vehicle and tells the people to stop their madness, but the leader of the tribe tells Aim to leave. Suddenly, as the shinobi start to appear, Sanda enters a giant mech robot. Just as the shinobi is about to eat the shield, Sanda hits it with a powerful blast using his mecha. Aim then also pilots a mech of her own. Multiple shinobi start to appear, so Sand and Aim fight them off. Aim is able to hold off and destroy multiple shinobi while Sand fights off other shinobi. Eventually, Aim is shocked to realize that dead shinobi have started to fuse together, creating a bigger monster. Aim tries to fight it, but she is overwhelmed and her mecha has taken quite a bit of damage. Suddenly, a boy appears who has white hair but seems to be infected. He is fast and swift and slashes the shinobi in half. He then uses his superhuman speed and saves Aim from being killed. She sees the boy up close, one eye blue and the other covered in purple alien-like armor. Aim and Sand keep fighting and the mysterious boy joins them in battle. Finally, they are able to defeat all the shinobi and save the villagers, and we see the boy defeat the last shinobi. The boy's body then returns back to normal and he starts to bleed. The group says goodbye to the villagers and they take the mysterious boy with them on their journey. The girls on the vehicle are called Iri, Rin, and Yuzu, and they all examine the boy. It seems that he is not affected by the shinobi poison at all, but his body seems to have taken a lot of damage. The boy wakes up, but he immediately falls back on the ground due to exhaustion, so the girls give him some rice to eat. Meanwhile, Sand tells the princess that they will have to camp tonight. The boy finally is able to walk on his own, and Sand explains that the special lights that he is placing around the vehicle will keep the shinobi away. Sand tells the boy to go and introduce himself to the princess as she has been very worried about him. The boy goes and sees the princess standing atop a mountain. He is stunned at how beautiful she is. When the princess notices him, she gets embarrassed as nobody has seen her like this. The two start talking and the boy reveals that his name is Sue. Princess Aim moves closer and she reveals that she has figured out that Sue is actually a being called the Yajuo. He is the last of his kind and Princess Aim begs him to join her fight against the shinobi. However, Sue gets scared and runs away as he doesn't feel that he is powerful enough to help the princess. Later in the evening, Aim and Sanda talk and we learn that the Yaju are special beings that are said to be created by humans as weapons to fight the shinobi. Sanda even fought alongside one of the Yaju, but it has long been said that their kind has disappeared. The following morning, Sue appears in front of the group's vehicle. He says that because the princess saved her life, he will fight alongside her and help her destroy the shinobi once and for all. Princess Aim is happy and she thanks Sue. She also tells him that he is not a monster nor a shinobi. His eyes are the color of the beautiful sky, so he must be special. After Sue joins the party, Sand gives him a special military outfit. Sue asks the princess where they are going, and she informs him that their destination is the Old Land, which was once a place of great cities, but when a meteor landed there, everything changed. It is also revealed that the group is searching for the sacred weapon called Giga Road. This weapon is said to be able to destroy all shinobi and free the earth from their terror. Princess Aim wears a mysterious stone around her necklace that is said to activate the Giga Road. Sue remembers a useful detail from his past and thinks he knows the road to the Old Land. The group arrived at the spot that Sue remembered. A giant storm is outside, and Aim along with Sanda have to pilot their mechas. Sue is strong enough to power through the storm. They slowly make their way down the dangerous road when they are attacked by a shinobi. They manage to defeat it, but Sanda and Aim notice that their shields are losing power. Aim spots various broken down mechas, and they realize that they are not the first to try this journey to the Old Land. With their shields falling apart, Aim and Sand will soon lose consciousness, so Sanda warns the princess and tells her they need to turn back. But Princess Aim doesn't want to give up, so she keeps moving until eventually both her and Sand pass out. Sue goes back to rescue them when giant mecha soldiers arrive and they are all taken prisoner. Princess Aim wakes up the next day and realizes that her group has been taken to the Torai castle. Aim is greeted by a commander in the Torai army who invites her to go meet someone very important. This whole Torai castle is a giant city located in the desolate desert. Aim thanks the soldier for saving their life, and the commander delivers Aim to a special room. There, Princess Aim meets the great ambassador of Torai called Kazusa Shin. Princess Aim gets angry when Kazusa tells her the quest to find the holy weapon is a stupid one. He thinks that the weapon does not exist, or if it does, it could cause humanity to be destroyed as well as the shinobi monsters. Kazusa tells Aim that his only goal is to protect the people of Torai. He also takes the necklace that Aim wears. Later on, Aim starts feeling faint and she has a flashback of a man with long white hair and glasses. She doesn't understand the memory and she ends up falling to the ground. Kazusa notices this and goes to help her, but suddenly Suzu comes out from the air. Kazusa easily overpowers him, but then lets him go and tells Aim and Sue that they can stay in Torai or leave. It's their choice. Later on, Aim goes back to her friends and apologizes as she feels that she has failed them. Sand also starts training Sue to become an even better fighter. They train with wooden sticks so that Sue can perfect his skills. The leader of the Torai castle, called Taugi, invites Kazusa to his chambers, where reveals that he wants to bring the holy weapon to Torai. He also orders the princess to be captured. Later on, Aim and Sue hang out, but Aim is feeling sad about everything and doesn't know if her quest is the right decision. As a way to cheer her up, Sue picks her up and goes running around the city. The two of them have a great adventure, seeing the beautiful town and sun. Later, the two even become a little closer in a romantic way. It seems that both of them have fallen in love with each other. Feeling much better, Aim decides that she will continue her search for the holy weapon. However, out of nowhere, soldiers show up to take away the princess. Sue defends her and begins fighting them, but the scrap is broken up when the kind soldier that helped Aim shows up. His name is revealed to be Hashiba Hinata, and while he is a commander of Torai, he still saves the princess. Hashiba reveals that the Lord Taugi has decided to use the holy weapon for his own gain. Hashiba tells Princess Aim that she must find Kazusa before he goes to search for the weapon. Aim and Sue make their way to their friends and tell Sanda to prepare for an escape. They then finally find Kazusa. Princess Aim tries to explain that while she understands that the holy weapon is dangerous, it must be used so that people can be free of the shinobi monsters. She then demands her necklace back as she will continue her quest. Kazusa is still convinced that the holy weapon will only bring death and destruction to humanity. He tells the princess that if she wants her necklace back, she will have to kill him. Sue and Kazusa then begin their duel. Kazusa is impressed that he is fighting one of the Yajuo. He doesn't often fight worthy opponents, but this time it's different. Both Sue and Kazusa are extremely skilled and fast with the sword. They move at lightning speed, hitting each strike with extreme precision. Finally, Sue remembers the training he had with Sanda and uses it to his advantage, managing to stab Kazusa in the shoulder, making him start to bleed out. However, Kazusa is not done and wants to continue fighting, but the princess stops it. She tells him that the people of Torai will lose a great leader if he dies today, and he owes it to those people to lead them to a better world. Kazusa is taken aback by her words. Their conversation is put to a sudden stop when a giant flying fortress appears near Torai. The fortress seems to be from Issa. The mecha warriors that defend the city start firing, but they don't do any damage. Kazusa says that a shinobi has never had that much power to control an entire fortress. Princess Aim is confused as only her parents could control the fortress. Suddenly, the dark flying fortress starts to fire of shinobi blasts at the city. Princess Aim remembers one other person who could have such power, Tsukiyomi, a scholar at Eyes who taught Aim when she was very young, who seemingly died in the attack at Eyes. Suddenly, a giant dark cloud appears and from it comes Tsukiyomi. He tells Aim that he has been integrated into the shinobi life force. Tsukiyomi uses his powers to knock out Kazusa and Suo. He then tells Aim that it has always been his goal to exterminate humanity, and now he finally has the power to do so. He is now in control of all the shinobi. Aim is confused and can't believe that her former tutor would turn to such madness. Tsukiyomi grabs her with his giant shinobi hand and starts to torture her. He wants her necklace so that he can unlock the holy weapon for himself and become a god. Su tries to get lost, but he is not strong enough. He sees that Aim is being tortured and this awakens something in him. Suddenly, a giant armored warrior appears and shocks even Tsukiyomi. Aim realizes that Su has transformed into his berserker form. Su then slashes Tsukiyomi, who gets scared of his power. Tsukiyomi decides to retreat his forces and uses a blue light to escape. The next day, Su wakes up in his bed back to his normal form. It seems that he totally lost control and killed all the shinobi that were attacking Torai, and Aim was the one who managed to calm him down and return to his human form. Kazusa has changed his mind about Aim and prepares his armies to also go to the old land and to stop Tsukiyomi once and for all. He prepares to move his entire fortress. Meanwhile, Aim and San, now with better armor, manage to go into the old land. After passing through a desolate land, they reach a beautiful forest with flowers. In that moment, Aim remembers her mother and how she always wished to see the old land. Suddenly, numerous shinobi appear and start attacking Aim and Sand. The two fight off several shinobi, but Sand realizes that there are too many. He tells Aim to just run towards the center of the forest and to find the holy weapon. The two of them and their giant mechas start running, but Sand is suddenly attacked by several shinobi. However, he tells Princess Aim to keep going. At first, she wants to come back for him, but San tells her that she needs to save the world and that he is very proud of her. San then detonates a giant explosion, killing himself and all the shinobi in the area. Aim finally arrives at the holy weapon. For the first time ever, she sets her eyes on the Giga Road. It is a giant robot that has the power to control all the elements. Meanwhile, Kazusa and his entire army moves towards the old land to help Aim. Su is also with Kazusa and he is prepared to fight for Aim until the very end. Aim tries to activate the Giga Road, but she gets a wound through the throat by the machine. It seems that the Giga Road is unstable and has to take the life force of its host. Aim is still alive but in a weakened state. Then with his shinobi monsters, Tsukiyomi appears. He wants to take over the entire world, and the Giga Road is the final piece to achieve this goal. Aim uses her new power to attack a giant shinobi that Tsukiyomi has created. Aim tries, but eventually her attacks prove to be too weak. She needs to fully activate the Giga Road, but so far she has not been able to do so. Shortly after, Kazusa and his armies arrive and they begin firing countless cannons at the shinobi. Su joins the battle and engages in a fierce fight with Tsukiyomi. This gives Aim enough time to charge the Giga Road. Su loses a lot of blood during his fight, but he still keeps going to defend his princess. Tsukiyomi grows bored of the whole battle, so he unleashes a final attack that almost kills Su. While Tsukiyomi charges up for another attack, Su, who is barely alive, makes his way to Aim. He embraces Aim when the Giga Road stabs him through the chest. The Giga Road then consumes both Aim and Su. With this, the weapon is finally active and Aim takes control and she unleashes its full power. The giant legendary weapon has awakened, and with its attacks, Tsukiyomi is close to defeat. Aim and Su are finally together and she promises that they will always be together no matter what. The Giga Road then picks up Tsukiyomi along with his giant shinobi and flies into the sky. Then suddenly a giant explosion appears in the air and the people rejoice as it seems that the Giga Road has defeated all the shinobi. On the other hand, Kazusa wonders if AIM is still alive. In space near the Earth we see the giant Giga Road floating. The fate of AIM and Sue is left a mystery, but the Earth can finally be free of the shinobi. And this brings the anime to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.